Hello and welcome to Mentoring Movement. What I'd like to do to start with this first kind of session is talk about silence for a moment and what it means to arrive and to find silence. I like to think of it as taking the temperature of where you are right now. So there's the actual physical temperature that you have. Notice, do you feel a little cool, a little warm? And how does silence fit into the idea of temperature? When you breathe, can you feel the coolness moving through the nostrils into your larynx, down your throat, into your lungs? And arriving through sensation. That really will be at the key of everything we do. Is how does sensation inform, how does sensation bring you to the present and allow you to have imagination. So the first thing to do is just begin to slide your hands, maybe on your legs, whether you're sitting on the floor, whether you're like me, or whether you're sitting in a chair. Just slide your hands around to feel the shape of your body. So you can maybe start with your legs, you can slide them on your torso or over your arms, one arm over the other. Just slide the arms around and make sure you go to the back of your body as well, the underneath sides. Just slide it and notice the type of pressure. Are you touching yourself with your hands or in that direction, or is it your body is also coming out to touch your hands? My ribs touch my hands, my head touches my hands, or your hands touching your body. Just feel, what would it be like to move into your hand? If you're experiencing that, move into your hand. So your hand is giving you something to move into. And then you can switch and have your hands move with or over or on your body. And then change it again. Your body moves into your hands, swells, finds a way of engaging. And as you find that engagement, engage a little more. Allow there to be some force of breath, but also force of pressure a little bit. And see how it feels to move with a little bit of resistance. And see if you can find, I'm moving my hands together for a moment. So they're on either side of my leg, or on the side of my chest. And what that feels like to move them together, and that they're guided by where my body goes, so that I allow my body to change its shape to move the hands. I'm changing the configuration of myself. And the hands are mostly together, either side of my leg, or whatever. And then change it so the hands are in different places. One hand, like for me, on my neck, and one on the leg. And see if you can pay attention, slow it down enough that you can pay attention to where each of those are. At first it might just be you're sliding your hands over your body and the body is not necessarily moving the hands, but then see if you can switch it and have two different places in your body touching your hands. Let it slow down as much as you need, and let it also speed up so it doesn't become too precious. That, oh, here it's going from one, and then both hands together again, and then separate the hands. Maybe it can just be this nice way of warming up. You're letting the hands be together, separate, sometimes the hands going over the body, sometimes the body moving into the hands. Enjoy playing for a minute and see if you can expand some of what's happening, maybe come up out, chair or floor a little. Using this as a warm-up, and the warm-up can change into using your knuckles or your fingers rather than the palm of your hand, so that you enliven by scraping. But again, the same thing, are you just using the hands on the body, or the body moving with a more of a scrubbing or a scraping sensation? Getting everything really warm. More vigorous, even more vigorous. See if you can build this up into quite a vigorous thing, and where you start patting. So from a scrubbing, moving to the patting of yourself, you might balance. What is it like to pat? Again, now start, maybe it's the hands patting the body, but eventually, how do you move the body into the hands, in the back, in the front, your head, your feet, so you really play. Making a little sound, and starting a little bit of shaking. Shake it off. Shake it. Shake your head. Shake the water off. Nice and vigorous. And then let it settle again. Find that silence that is maybe a little larger than it was at the beginning. Maybe your silence now is a little larger, a little more expansive. That the breath, the life force is coming in. It's just that much bigger, that much, maybe there's a different color to it. The silence and the temperature. You know how we take the temperature of a room for a moon? How's the temperature changed? You may actually be warmer, but also there's a temperature of feeling. What is the feeling temperature change, if there is one? Breathe it in, acknowledge it, enjoy it.